Hi, I'm Matt Humphrey, Parts Sales and Service Coordinator with Wemco Incorporated out of Spokane, Washington. And today we're bringing you a new product that we're offering to our clients. We were approached by a client in the railroad industry that saw the need for a fall protection radio system. This radio system was designed around their requirements to give both a unlimited crane mode for when they're not tied off to the fall protection on the crane or working at heights, and then when they are tied off to the fall protection, working with the crane. And we also have a backup, essentially second dead man system that is available with this system for use while you have two personnel working at heights to confirm those. The system is built by the Teleradio company. They're based in Miami, Florida for here in the United States, and it is their Tiger Robust system with the Panther backup secondary remotes for the fall protection system. The systems are software integrated together. So the first thing we're going to go today is just kind of overview of what comes in the box. Here we are with the Tiger belly box control radio remote. We're just going to go over some of the basic features here. On the side here, the first thing you're going to see is the red e-stop button. This is also our on-off switch in this particular application. We're going to pull the button out. Transmitter is going to go into the boot up mode. If you're getting ready to use it, now we would enter in the password. But right now we're just going to talk a little bit about the features. Over here on the right hand side, we have dual black buttons. The top button here is the menu button. The next button down is the horn button. When used in combination together, that actually is going to power the radio transmitter unit up after the correct PIN number or password has been installed. On the left-hand side, we have two options buttons. In the application shown today, those are not used, but they are available for future programming, custom options, things along those lines. And the right-hand joystick here is going to be our hoist functions. Pressing up here is hoist down, pulling down is hoist up based upon the icons here. The left-hand joystick over here is going to be our trolley travel functions. Trolley right, trolley left. Bridge travel functions are going to be bridge forward, bridge reverse. Custom legend plates are available for these with north, south, east, west, forward, reverse, left, right, things like that. If there's a certain option a customer wants to have added, we can definitely do that for them. Then we also have a couple of options buttons here. There's an A, B selector, and then a 1, 2, and 1+2 selector. These are tandem hoist options. This radio unit is currently used on a single hoist application, so those are not used today, but they are available for programming and to be used. Then on the bottom side here, we do have a removable lithium-ion battery system. Comes with a charger that these batteries snap into and comes with a second battery in the kit. And here we have the primary fall protection handheld transmitter unit. Small, compact, comes with a belt hook on the back. Battery is integrated into this unit. Charging port is right here, comes with a charging cord and a dock, the power supply. Primary on-off switch here for long-term storage is in the back. Day-to-day storage, we just use the e-stop to power and turn the unit on and off. E-stop button on this one, you actually twist and it pops out. Unit will turn on. To turn it off, just press it in, unit will turn off. Has a rubber boot that protects the edges. It's got the little rubber legs here to help protect the e-stop button in events of dropping it. This particular unit here also has programmable timeout functions. They come factory programmed to timeout after 3 minutes of inactivity. Programming is available in 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, and essentially it won't turn off modes for timing. And that's all readily programmable by the customer in the field at the time of installation. So on the front side of the transmitter here, one of the nice things about the Teleradio transmitters are we have a foil cover, is what Teleradio calls it, over our buttons and legends underneath. Makes it easy to clean. This is used in a mechanic shop. So we're gonna have greasy hands, oily hands, things like that. Once we're all done with this, it's easily wiped down, keeps everything clean, and the legends are customizable. Here, when this unit comes, the foil is not installed. There's no legends installed. The legend plate as you can see, is missing a few because I've already installed them. Here's a legend plate. We have multiple options here for everything from ISO symbols through just traditional like east, west, north, south in large letters. We also have it spelled out, which is installed. With this handheld transmitter unit, we have dual stage buttons. First step would be our first slow speed. In a normal application for this radio, second step down would actually be our second speed. If we're doing a two-man fall protection where there's two guys on the crane, two guys working in tandem, something like that, we have a second fall protection transmitter. With the secondary transmitter here, we have just an on-off button here, and then we have confirmations for bridge, hoist, and trolley. And then on the back side here, we have 5 screws. Just undo those screws, and there's a 3 AAA battery rack inside. For long-term storage, there is also an on-off switch here that helps you prevent it from being turned on by just bumping it. Does have a timer function in it. It's currently set for 10 minutes of inactivity. And for the rest of the kit, we come with a docking station and a second battery. So here's the second battery for the belly box transmitter unit. Here is the docking station for the battery. So that's pretty simple. The battery just clips in, and then it comes with a power supply. Here's the power supply. Just plugs in the end right here. And this power supply is for worldwide usage. So it comes with plugs, European style plugs. And it also comes with our traditional North American style 110 plug. And for the primary handheld transmitter here, it has a battery that's integrated inside. A docking station is available. This particular unit though comes with a charging cable. So we just flip the little rubber port open right here and plug him in. This unit will charge with the battery switch in the on or off position. The kit also comes with a adjustable waistband here that the belly box unit clips into, and it's very simple to use. It's very simple to adjust. And when we go to use the belly box, it just clips in like so. And here's the second belt that comes with the kit. This is available to be used or not to be used. Is up to the client. Most of my clients that do use it though, they actually open up a little loop here on the end and they slip the belt clip of the small transmitter through it. We tighten the loop up, and most clients, they just wear this up and over their shoulder like this, and it allows the transmitter unit to hang freely. You got your hands to use, and it's always here ready to go when you need it. You can use it as a belt also. Most people don't with this system, but you can just clip it in like so, and it's here ready to go. You could also use the belt hook to actually connect to the belt also. So now that we've talked about everything that essentially comes in the kit that you would see on a daily basis, all the handheld units, we're going to talk about the stuff that you don't see on a daily basis. And that's going to be the receiver units. The receiver units are mounted up on the crane. The units come with a pre-wired pigtail. Pigtail is about 6.5 feet that's on those. It's 2 meters. The units have tabs on the back side, so it's mountable with screws or bolts. It's also available with optional mounting magnets, and the magnets screw into the tabs on the back side, and you just clip the units right to the face of your crane or to the electrical cabinet, however you're going to install it. This particular unit has 2 receiver units up on the crane. We have a primary receiver unit, which runs the belly box unit and the primary fall protection remote. And then there's a secondary that is the second dead man unit's receiver. On the average crane in the field with this system, you're probably going to have a 4 to 6 hour installation time with testing. A little more about the pin numbers. On the belly box transmitter unit here, our pin numbers are available from 0000 to 9999. On the primary fall protection transmitter, we're limited in our combination of numbers. So here we can see that we have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We can only use a combination of 1 through 6, and we can only use a number 1 time. So in the application shown here, our pin number is actually 6543 that we're going to use today. But we can use a combination of any of those 6 numbers 1 time. Well, now we're back with the demonstration time here of how this radio system works. For demonstration purposes and just ease of clarity, I've removed the belly band from the radio. It's just going to help me show you guys how this works. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use this in standard unlimited mode. This would be your standard day-to-day things when you're not in fall protection. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and pull the e-stop button out. Unit's going to power up. We're going to enter our pin number in, which happens to be 1234. Enter that pin number in. And once we get the pin number in, we're going to push and hold our 2 start buttons over here on the right-hand side. Hold. There's a small tone beep that comes on in the transmitter unit, and we've linked up. I'm seeing I have full battery, and we have a good strong signal to the crane. Hoist up down is going to be our right-hand joystick here, and we're going to go ahead and move the hoist in a direction now. And we have a 2-step joystick. So the first step on the joystick is going to be low speed. And the harder I pull back, we're going to shift into that second high speed. And if I let go, we're going to go the opposite way. First step is low speed, and we're going to move into the second step, high speed. There's a nice tactile feedback of this joystick on this particular unit. You can definitely feel the small detent between speed step 1 and speed step 2 with that. Spring-loaded to neutral joystick, so if you let go, it returns back to neutral. And then on the other side here, we're going to have our bridge and trolley functions. So we're going to trolley over here towards us some. Same thing with the joystick. We have nice tactile feedback with these joysticks and a definite detent between first step and second step. And we'll go ahead and slow down and stop here. And then we also have our bridge functions here. So we can go ahead and bridge towards us here. And we also are able to bridge back. And then over here on the side, we have our 2 buttons on the side. The bottom button has the ISO symbol for horn on it. We also have our horn, as you can hear there in the background. If you're in normal everyday use, we're just going to press the e-stop button in, and the crane turns off. You heard the cooling fan on the motor power down, and the unit powers off. It's ready to be set aside and used at another point in time. So what we're going to do though is to go to fall protection, we have to unregister or log off this particular transmitter unit from the receiver unit up on the crane. And to do that, it's really straightforward with this particular unit. We're going to power this back on. Now we're going to input our pin number. But I'm going to show you first of all what happens when we input our pin number either incorrectly or we don't get it done in a timely fashion. So we're going to put in 1, and we're just going to go ahead and put in the wrong pin number here. And what happens is it flashes failed and the unit powers off. Once that unit powers off, we have to cycle the e-stop button to bring it back to life again. So we're going to push in on the e-stop button, pull back out on the e-stop button. It's going to recycle our screen here, and we're able to input our correct pin number. And that is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And once we put in the last digit 4, we press to the right again, and it moves to this screen that tells you to push the 2 buttons here on the side. And the unit beeps and powers up, and it logs into the crane, and we get to go ahead here with a battery and the signal bar and the 2 green blinking lights that we're ready to go. Now, when we go into fall protection mode, we have to log this unit off. Currently, if we just e-stop this, when we go to fall protection mode, if we try to power up, it'll actually show on here on the screen that somebody's trying to enter into fall protection mode. So to do that, we have to make sure the fall protections are off, and we're gonna push button, what they call button 7 over here, which is also our horn button. So you hear the horn, we're just gonna push that button in, you hear the horn, and we hit e-stop, and we hold the button down until the screen goes dark and the green LEDs that are on each side of the screen quit blinking. Let go of the button. This unit has now logged off, and we're able to move into using our fall protection system. Well, we've moved over into a fall protection scenario, so I'm tied off to the crane system here with our SRL. And we're going to move into the usage and how to operate the fall protection transmitter. First thing we're going to do is we're going to power it on. We just twist the button, e-stop button pops out, and we get our indicator lights. Password on this particular one is 6543. Password is correct. We get a green light, a red light at number 1, and we get the 2 blinking lights at the bottom. We press the two bottom buttons together and release. That has started up the crane. It logs in because we logged out our belly box transmitter previously, and we get a nice green solid light here at the top. This green solid light tells us we've achieved a transmission linkage between the transmitter here and the receiver unit on the crane. This is also our battery status indicator. So as long as this is green, we have acceptable battery life. If this turns amber, we've reached a point of low battery life left. And if we go to power this on, it blinks red and then turns off on its own. We have a state of dead battery. So behind me, we have the lower hook, and we're gonna go ahead and we're just gonna do a trolley over here to the west with it. All these speeds are driven by our particular client in this application here. They're all customizable though. We can go first, second speed and hoist, and then limit our bridge and trolley travels to first speed. We can make everything full first, second speed if you wanted to. So it's up to the client, their application, and we can offer a solution to just about anything you want to do with that. So now we're done operating the crane. I'm going to show you how to log this transmitter out and be prepared to log in either this transmitter again or the belly box transmitter for the next operation, next shift, something along those lines. It's kind of along the same lines as the belly box unit is. We have button 7 right here, which is the horn button. We're just going to push it down. We're going to push the E-stop in, and we're going to wait till the LED light turns off on its own before we release button 7. Release, and the unit has logged off, and now we're able to log this unit back in or the belly box transmitter for the next operation that needs to be taken care of. All right, so now we're going to move into showing you operation of the two-man system. The two-man system is available to be used in essentially two ways by our particular client here. The first way is we have a single person like myself who's going to be in a location that I need to be tied off with fall protection, and we have a ground man, and the ground man has the small transmitter unit. Then he's going to confirm my motions. The second operation with this is, on occasion, this customer has to have two guys tied off in the air. And so the primary operator will have the primary remote, and then the second operator will have the confirmation dead man remote. Same as kind of last time with fall protection. We're just going to log in 6543, and we're going to push the two start buttons together and release, and the unit's going to go through. And now we have a number 2 lit up over here. That means that the dead man transmitter is live and active, and it's logged in and is communicating. So now if we go ahead and we're going to push, say, trolley to the west here, and the trolley does not trolley to the west because it has not been confirmed by the second operator. So TJ is going to confirm my motion. TJ, I'd like to trolley to the west.
Trolley west.
And TJ has pushed the trolley confirmation button, and now you can see we have trolley to the west. And if TJ lets go of the button or I let go of the button, the trolley motion stops. Now we can do this inversely. The way we just did it is I was pushing the trolley button down and TJ confirmed. The other thing that can take place is TJ can hold the trolley button down, and then I can confirm with him, TJ, we're going to trolley west, and then I can hit the trolley west button. Operates either way. The other thing that takes place with this, in the event of an issue, TJ can hit the on-off button. It will also stop the trolleying motion at that time. In conclusion, from the filming we've done today, there's several points I want to make about this radio system. Its flexibility, its expandability, and its ability to maintain operator safety. With those points in mind, this brings up Wemco's slogan of "We manufacture productivity."